Okay, that should be going. Alright. Get back in. And hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, the Universe of the and I can't find my controller. Where did I put it? Oh, crap.
Decker Shado is now live.
In my lap.
Streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Where did you learn to fly? VR Plus Racing Wheel Flight Sim.
Yeah, I decided to check the other day, because you remember I wrote that whole song about how not even the tutorial worked. Well, flight training. My basic handle, you say I got 29% completion. I actually got past the first tutorial objective and the second, so I was like, alright, it's time. It's time to stream this finally. Time to learn how to fly with the racing wheel. And I did work on trying to set up my controls a bit. I don't have every button set on this, so I have some leeway if there's something I really need.
Hello?
Hello. One of the hard things is that in the options for this, if you set a... If it's a digital command, you can't use a analog part of the controller to actually do that. So I can't.
If it still doesn't work, you are obligated to play the 2024 song.
It was working earlier, so we could go in here. I mean, we still have this problem. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, you should be able to see that. The overview is basic handling _introduction.briefing_VR. Fucking great. But let's start. Let's just start over the training. I already completed the first two, but we'll do this. Sim controls. I also tried to dial in the graphics a bit. They added foveated rendering, which is nice. It's actually not very aggressive. I have to try very hard to get the foveated rendering to kick in. But I had to turn off the asynchronous, the asynchronous space warp because that, with propellers especially,
Hello, may I ask you if you're doing another Summer of Special?
I don't think so. I'm still trying to finish the last Summer of Special. Hey, yeah, the frame rate's still kind of ass.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Great.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground
tighten that.
and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals.
It is now
every
officially
pilot
the
needs
year
to
of
know
Chucky.
before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 172.
Very nice.
In front of you is the yoke.
I
the
had to
primary
reset
means
my
of
phone
controlling
to
the
its
aircraft.
factory default
In the
settings,
simulation,
and
you
that's
will be
why I
controlling the
have the
aircraft
brand
with your
new
peripherals of
Twitch
choice.
account Dylan Jenkins
So,
23.
let's hide the yoke for now.
Thank you for your hard work.
So I turn off the yoke,
Great.
and that is it. That didn't happen before. It didn't say congratulations, training complete before. She said great, and then it sat here, and I'm like, well, what the fuck's next? That was the entire first lesson. Just turn off the yoke. I had no idea. It seems to be a little Z
Who were you
fighting
previously?
or something. There's a little flickering going on here. I don't understand that. Okay. As this is one of your first lessons, we'll start by getting familiar with the main aircraft controls and instruments. This tutorial will learn about the yoke, which controls the aircraft's ailerons and elevator axis, the rudder pedals, which control the aircraft's yaw axis, and the throttle and RPM indicator. Alright. Get this going. I have my lovely VR, my one VR controller, because,
Kitty.
Let's get you familiar
I was
with the
Dylan
aircraft.
Jenkins
Poke around.
22 at
and a few commands to
MadSlasher05.
navigate it through the skies.
you can poke around.
I hear
like,
Kitty.
In front of you
Like, you can
is the
poke
yoke.
around with everything.
The yoke is like a
Oh,
steering
LOL.
wheel, more or less.
I love
Turn
this
it
about
left or right to control the
Flight
ailerons
Sim
and
in
bank
VR.
the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
Okay, just a second. I gotta put down my hand.
Okay, Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend.
That's a bit of a
Look
problem.
at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Yeah, and they also, like, I have it set to, actually, like, this button and this button. It's not the best, but it's what I've got right now. But, they do want you to look at the damn thing while you do this.
Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
I just want to do that.
Gas and brake should do that.
Great.
What the summer of are you doing right now?
Last
I'm
but
still
not
working on the
least,
summer of Chucky.
The throttle is located near the center of the cockpit.
Cockpit.
Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power.
Now, fun
First,
thing here
look at the throttle and select it.
is I could just go like,
Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
but I could also, well, I guess I because of this, I'm going to have to work with the controls I have anyway, so let's, whoop,
Power is increased. Now pull it back to decrease power.
whoop.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle.
Yeah, let's just,
Look away from the throttle and increase power.
okay,
Set your throttle to idle. Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You'll find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner.
I think I gotta point at this stuff to get it to understand that, yes, I'm, oh, look at me, look at this. Yes, I'm looking at it right there, I can see.
This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left on your PFD screen.
I got speed. Do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da. And I'm looking at it, I'm moving this thing around. Look at that, right there. Very nice. I like it. It's nice. Right, geez. Yes, the airspeed indicator. Airspeed indicator.
It measures the speed in knots.
Hey
To check
Decker,
your altitude,
I've
look
kind
to
of
the
been wanting a
altimeter.
VR setup
It's
for
on the
some
right on
games
your
like
PFD
Elite
screen.
Dangerous. It's hard for me to justify the cost, but it looks like fun.
Not all aircraft have integrated
Oh, yeah,
screens with all this information.
I absolutely
A lot of them
love it.
rely
I mean,
on analog instruments.
my computer, even with the
You can find the
4060,
analog versions
isn't
of the airspeed
quite
indicator
able
and
to
the
get the
altimeter just
frame
above the
rates
throttle.
really good, with the graphics really good in
They are respectively on the
in
left
Microsoft
and
Flight
right.
Sim 2024. It looks worse in VR, but the benefit is you're inside the game. So, I mean, pretty nice. Now, things like Elite Dangerous run a lot better. Even American Truck Simulator runs better.
You should do the Summer of Jan Wick next.
The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals. And the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Oh, they're gonna put me in the air, baby. Only one thing to do. Gotta get ready. Who the fuck? Where'd you come from? Oh wait, is that me? That was me. Where the fuck did I come from? Okay, a little liquid bravery. She's still in there. I just stood outside so I could be like, yeah, look at me. Can I? I can't. Camera over there. Okay. Next training. Pitch. Oh boy. Climb altitude, cruise altitude, descent altitude. In the tutorial, we'll learn the basics of altitude management. Altitude refers to the aircraft's nose position relative to the horizon. be it through pitch or roll. In the image to the right, the lines represent the horizon's position when ascending or descending. Okay. Time to get some actual flight training in by flying. Oh man. Whoa boy. We are up there. Am I ready to fly? I might be, I don't know. Tell me. I gotta be ready to fly before I block her view.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield.
Why did you draw that with a fucking marker?
Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level?
I guess.
This is the cruise attitude.
Wait,
The
you did
lower
just write that
dotted
with a
line
marker.
is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude.
Oh.
Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon.
Well,
Then
that's
maintain that attitude.
okay. I'll try and.
According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. Keep working on it, you'll get better.
Yeah, I'm trying, lady. I don't know
Now,
which.
let's level back out.
Okay. Am I leveling back out? I don't know. I wish I could. There's no way to zero your elevator in
Our speed
this. I looked
is
in the.
increasing and our altitude is stable.
I looked in the options,
That's
and
good.
there's no elevator
okay.
zero. Like,
Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
I'll maintain the fuck out of this attitude. I got some attitude for maintenance. I gotta push further, because it's gaining speed, which is giving us lifts.
As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Okay, bring us back to level flight.
And now for your daily dose of psychic damage.
Now your speed
If Back
is
to the Future
decreasing
were
and
remade
your
today,
altitude is
Marty
stable.
McFly would travel back to 1995.
Nice. That's
Nice!
good. That's okay.
What's okay?
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
I am making only small adjustments, lady. Okay. It's still loading in the airport. Like, hold on, we gotta stream all the data in. There we go. Just keep leaving her in the plane. Damn. My score was much, much worse this time. But we passed. Kinda. I mean, there's a problem where I don't have the frickin'. I don't have the analog to do that. I can't zero it. I need something to deal with that. Get to know your aircraft environment. Training session will familiarize you with the basic controls to spread your wings, pitch and roll the aircraft using the yoke, skew aircraft direction and yaw with the rudder, add and reduce power with the throttle. Alright. Time to turn and roll. Oh boy.
And the body count rises.
About to. Oh boy, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
For this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the cruise attitude.
Stop drawing on the windshield!
I've also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank. That's good. Watch your altitude. It wasn't constant during the turn.
You just told me to turn.
Now, let's see you level back out. All right. For the next step, turning to the right, let's see how you do on your own without any markings.
Okay.
You can see a series of notches representing 10-degree increments on the attitude indicator part of your PFD. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Oh.
500. Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator.
Oh, way ahead of you.
Maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
I got the original Microsoft Flight Simulator on the screen.
That's good. Keep working to maintain a constant altitude during the turn. Level us back out now. Great.
Hey.
Remember, during a turn the aircraft tends to sink. You need to pull on the yoke to compensate.
At Decker Shadow Gaming. Hey Decker, I have been watching you since your Arnold month. So how is your reviews and everything else going?
Nerd! I got the dang old... it still freaks me out when I see myself standing outside the aircraft. I've got the next review. I've got it in the editing phase. That's been taking a lot longer than it should, but I got so many projects going. Like, losing my brain parts. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good at turning. They're like, fuck you. Leveling back out, oh yeah, great. But turning, they're like, fuck off. You didn't maintain your altitude. I was like, you didn't tell me to maintain your altitude. You told me to turn, lady. I turned. Did we turn? Yes. Then what are you
It will all be worth it.
Always there like, nah, screw you. In this tutorial, you will learn about the relationship between RPM and throttle management. To do so, you will have to maintain a constant cruise altitude. Reduce or increase RPM, seeing the effect that power changes on airspeed and altitude. Sounds good. Okay, throttle time. I like how she takes us out here in the middle of nowhere. It's like a Dragon Ball Z fight. Just in case of
Shadow
horrible
Gaming,
damage,
I do have
no one's
an
gonna get
idea
hurt.
for you for a bunch of reviews. Hulk Hogan
Let's talk about the
movies.
throttle.
Oh, man,
Of course, I don't remember how
then the
many he
throttle's for
was
you.
in.
Full
I
control
only
over
remember
the
Suburban
power output of the
Commando,
engine.
but I kind of love that one.
In the Cessna 172, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer on the PFD. Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
I thought this needed a few years more.
The 1800?
I was frozen today.
Whoa, god damn, no, wait, I gotta fix that control so bad. Right now the rudder is set to the right joystick as well, so when I click to turn off the laser, reduce 1800 RPM, okay. Which is there. Okay. Now, let me see. What do I have a... Okay, is this 1800? That's too high. That's too low. Okay, so we gotta go higher from there.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing. That's okay.
That's
Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM.
Okay. Okay. Don't have a 2,400 exactly, so get that in
Push
there.
the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
Working on it, lady.
Your speed is increasing now. As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well. Keep working on it, you'll get better.
I doubt it. I'm flying
I
with
think
a
a bit
wheel,
more
lady.
practice may be a good idea.
Did you just tell me I failed? Okay, I didn't fail. Well, maybe I did, but I've completed training. Okay. Okay, the lowest I can get is a C, and I still got a C. Okay. Oh yeah, I have the gears set to increments of 10%, and skipping over a few increments, going from first to sixth gear. But going left on my little, going counterclockwise on my little dial here sets it to 0, and going clockwise on it sets it to 100. So I have that as well. Now that you know how to climb, descend, and fly level, No is doing a lot of work there. Let's introduce you to a way to maintain a desired attitude without having to constantly interact with the yoke. Well, thank God. The trim is a tool. No, not the trim. A tool fit for that very purpose. We'll also learn more about the relationship between power and pitch. Okay, let me real quick go to my controller. And
Just got home from work. My feet is killing me, but watching Decker barrel roll Shadow pilot a plane, I live for days like this.
I'm gonna see about turning off the, rudder axis. I don't want that. There we go. Dang it! Why does it keep turning off? Like, I'm trying to frickin' do this, and like, press that, and then, okay. Okay? We good? We good? So now I won't fuck with my rudder with the right stick anymore. Okay. That should help prevent a few more accidents. I had to turn off tracking for this game as well, because if I'm working the wheel and it tracks my hands and starts pressing random buttons in the cockpit, it's a problem.
In this lesson, let's take a look at the relationship between attitudes and power settings. Attitude plus power equals performance.
What the fuck is it?
We're currently at 5,500 feet in a cruise attitude. The aircraft's nose is positioned under the horizon, and cruise power is at 2,300 RPM.
Okay.
That's good.
Is it?
You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up.
Yeah, well, I'm still working on
You could
getting
just
the...
keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push, or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down.
That's my problem. I still had it in shift, so it was maintaining that...
Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle. Keep working on it, you'll get better. You're not high enough.
Well, jeez. Crap,
You
crap.
put your plane in a dangerous situation.
What? Not my fault.
Increase power to 2,300 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet. Get us back to a cruise attitude. That's okay. Now, adjust the trim.
5,500. Okay, I think that'll do it.
Trim the aircraft to maintain 5,500 feet.
Trying to, but it's... What trim would that be? I'm not sure. I never flew this thing before.
Do a barrel roll.
I'm sure she'd call that putting my plane in a dangerous position. Trim? What the?
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
God dang it!
Now, adjust the trim. Keep working on it. You'll get better. Additional practice will help, don't worry. The way I was taught, when you adjust the trim, you make course changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke. Then small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, don't worry. Just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim. That's the key to straight and level flight.
Great. Now, can I set it so my stick will mess with whatever I'm pointing at? Like increments up or down, left or right? Because there's a lot of dials and stuff, and trying to do the motion controls for it is ass. It's nice that you can, but it's not exactly reliable. Let's review what you've learned in your previous lessons. This first test is an important step in your way to completing your PPL. I'm gonna get the LPP. You'll be asked to maintain different altitudes.
But it's fun.
Attitudes. Combine climbs, level flight, descents, and turns. Manage power settings. Oh, boy. Oh, wait. Elevators, ailerons, wait. What? This looks a little bit advanced for me. I was just there like, what? How did the pitch trim work? Like, what do they be like? And now you get to do backflips. Wait a minute.
It's a Decker night.
Oh boy. Can I change? I wish I knew how to, because the controls, like they have search by input because the whole thing is just a big fucking nightmare of. Ugh.
I'm going to have to lurk. Have to cook the mushrooms and butter for the burgers.
Ooh, nice. Enjoy your lurk, enjoy your mushroom butter boiga. Yeah, this is like for specific things. I'm trying to figure, like, can I set it so that my... Yeah, this is just the specific things. You can set a button for everything except for zeroing out your elevator. That one's not there. I don't know why. Seriously, we go to the flight options here, the flight control services, and you have the center the rudder, center the aileron rudder, center the aileron, but you got the elevator axis, elevator down, elevator up. No center the elevator. I did a search for that too. It's not there. There's no center the elevator command. Oh, fuck me. I'm just... Which elevator V? User interface? Come on. select, okay, general. Cockpit interaction left, right. Switch proximity raycast, yes, yes, yes. Come on. Oh, is it because
Evening,
it's...
everyone.
Okay.
Also, what was everyone's first flight sim? Mine was 2004. Great memories.
Okay, I think if I said B and A, that might be... Because I can't set the left and right on the analog stick because that's an analog control for a digital command, so it's like, how dare you? We don't understand that. I feel like my first flight sim was either one of those flight sims on the Sega Genesis, or it was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Now, if the B and A work the way I hope they do, that might help me out in terms of pitch trim and dialing and all that stuff.
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore.
Oh, and that changes the camera. Fuck. It
I
goes into
also
photo mode.
remember the Microsoft European Air Conflict Simulator, which was so underrated. I think they had a Pacific War one too.
I gotta find what the damn... Oh, god damn it. Because I gotta select that, but I gotta hold the thing there so I can press the buttons. Why is it... It didn't tell me there was a conflict, but there was the conflict right there. Okay.
Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees.
Can't... Okay, the
Start by
buttons
descending
aren't
to
doing what I want them to.
5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading.
I was hoping that
I
would
also
the
remember
thing.
playing a
While
Korean
descending,
War flight
reduce
sim,
throttle to avoid overspeed.
which is such a shame we don't get more games of. It's the Forgotten War for a reason.
If your speed is in the yellow section of the airspeed indicator, it means you are overspeeding. You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. If your speed is in the yellow section of the airspeed indicator, it means you are overspeeding. Reduce throttle to idle and pull gently on the yoke to slow down. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. Right. Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively.
Do I have full power? There we go. Saw the throttle was in there, but I'm like, where's my power? Ooh, that's nice. Let's turn to a south heading. Which way is south? This way. Okay. No, that's north. Shit. We're fine.
That's good. The term is good, but try to climb faster in the future. Alright, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
What the? Where? What? 80 knots at 6,000 feet. Okay,
That's
so.
good. Your speed was well managed, but your altitude needs to be more accurate.
Which we just told me that. What?
You did well, but you can do better.
I don't like the fuck. Ah. A B! Yeah!
Needs at least a few years more.
Hey! That's all the basic handling. I got C+, average. Take it. Oh, I gotta get an A and everything to get 100% on that. Ah, shit. It's not a completion percentage, it's a total rating percentage. C.
Be another letter for failure emotional damage.
Interaction left. Define the primary action to interact with instruments. Interaction right. What the hell does that mean? Toggle toolbar. What's the VR toolbar? I don't know what A was actually set to. Oh, crap. Okay. No, wait. Yes, okay, there we go. What the hell's that mean? Okay. Great. Activate and deactivate VR mode? Why would I want to do... I mean, it's annoying to have to go in a menu and activate it manually every time anyway. Why would I want a button to just turn it off? Okay. Takeoff and landing. Oh boy. Pre-flight. Every good flight starts on the ground. Preparing your aircraft and taking all the necessary precautions is essential for every pilot, regardless of experience. Today, we'll learn how to do just that, which tools can help us in reaching that goal. Engine cover, static port cover, pilot tube cover, a pitted tube cover. Good, there's no pilot tube. And chocks. All right. Let's check out chocks. Oh. What?
Hello. Today, we're going to go over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I set these, but I ain't going nowhere.
You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft.
Okay, I can
These
strafe.
are covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the aircraft. You'll need to remove them before takeoff.
Why is you sitting there in my frickin' plane there, judging me? Okay, none of my frickin'... Shouldn't that be making me walk? I mean, come on. I set it to make me walk, and now I'm finally walking, and it's not making me walk. So what's with my walking over here? Dang it. That's just... Okay. Okay. I freaking clicked it, you son of an ass. Oh, you son of a... No, not that. Okay, I'll slowly scroll down to what I want. Yep. Move backwards. Move back. God damn it. Strafe left, strafe right. For fuck's sake, scroll down and forward. It's yet the exact same thing I had it set to. So why, may I ask, is it not working? Yet why does it still not actually do anything? Explain, lady. It helps if I'm able to walk the fuck around. Just saying. Okay, let's get this going again. Oh, that's why. Because it's a frickin' digital command. And wait, no, that's an analog command. And I have it set to a frickin' axis. And that's an analog command, but I have it set to a button. What are you doing, game? Ay. Okay, let's try this. Set it to the D-pad. Can I move now? Yes. Okay. Can I keep moving? Jeez. Which button did I set to crouch? Yeah, that's my sprint button. I should be able to crouch automatically. What seemed to be how it worked before. And it's not working that way now. Awesome. Okay, I can just aim at that. Get that going. Okay, game, just... Okay, we got good oil. Good to know. Is that it? Move the static port cover. Well, where the hell's the static port cover? What's the static port? Now you auto duck. Oh, the thing that says remove before flight.
And we're done for the outside. Now that we're sure your aircraft is functional and ready to taxi, let's check the inside. Let's get to the matter at hand. You've been given an EFB, also referred to as an electronic flight bag. It's a tablet that stores critical flight information and is the ideal tool to prepare your flight plans and enhance your piloting experience. Open it and take a look. Feel free to follow a quick guided tour of its features.
Huh? You know, it'd be handy if you put it over on my side instead of your side, so I wouldn't have to just lean on you, lady, but okay. Welcome, this is your EFB, Electronic Flight Bag. It will accompany you during your flights. With it, you can plan a flight, use checklists, check information about your flight, and so much more. Victor. Here you can plan your next flight, check your navigation map, check airports information, and charts. Okay, that's nice. Here you can check your flight performance, use checklists, and have access to your aircraft documents. Okay. Here you can view some of your flight statistics and access your logbook. Whatever that means. Sure. Here you can manage your preferences and parameters for the FB. From here you will access and manage all your FB applications. Right? Do I have Flappy Bird on here? Do we have Flappy Bird on our FB? Huh? Do we? You're the one that put it over there. I didn't want to lean over you, but here we are. Oh, for fuck's sake. Still gotta press tab? I was just dicking around with that, but you still want me to press tab on the keyboard? Okay, fine, I'll press tab.
The EFB features an interactive map, a flight plan editor, aircraft and current flight information, a nav log, as well as fuel and payload options. The EFB has plenty to offer, but if you want to get directly into the action, you can turn it off after you finish the quick tour.
Well, don't worry, I already completed the tour leaning over your frickin' lap.
It seems like we're all clear on the checklist. Now start this pretty bird up.
Okay. Come on. Come on, Betsy. Complete the checklist. Oh, geez, that's a problem. Okay. We gotta turn on the alternator, the battery. Yeah, let's turn that on while we're at it. Yeah, seems idea. Let's turn off the yoke. Taxi lights. Probably need some of those lights. Nah. Strobe, why not? Blind some people. Fuel pump, yes. Fitted heat. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I like some heated seats. Give me some cabin power. Okay. Come on. Right. You'll select both. Parking brake on. Right. Neato's engaged. Huh. Mind telling me which buttons to press to get this thing going? Like, that was kind of... Hey. Start the engine by... Yeah, well, where's the checklist? Yeah, what the checklist? What steps am I missing, lady? Gotta be something here. Oh, I didn't turn it all the way. Oh, come on.
Now that we've covered all the preparations, let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
I didn't turn the key all the way. I turned it like click, 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 but there was another click. There's off, left, right, both, and then start. I got an A for that one, okay. I don't know how, but sure, yeah. Taxiing is an essential skill to master before flying with your aircraft. Before taking off, planes need to follow taxiways to get from their dedicated parking spots to the runway. In this training session, you will learn to maneuver on these paths. Now, I remember the tutorials in Flight Sim 2020 on Xbox Series X. I think this is around where they broke. Where it would just tell me, like, okay, turn off your brakes, and I'd try, and it just wouldn't work. Like, they visually would disengage, but the plane couldn't actually move. And it was just such a nightmare. Or it was the opposite, where it told me to use my brakes, and I would use them, but they didn't actually work. Something like that. I don't know. Something where it's like I'm doing exactly what it tells me, and I can see the visual indicators in the game, but the game just will never admit that it's happening. And I wasn't the only one with that problem. There's a good amount of people who got stuck on that exact spot for that exact reason. It sucks being a completionist with tutorials in the Microsoft Flight Simulator series.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake. Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
Still not gentle enough? Are they still too gentle? Okay, there we go.
Add power to start taxiing. Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. Increase throttle to gain forward momentum and then reduce RPM accordingly to match a fast walking speed while taxiing. Now, test the brakes. Good. Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop.
Yeah, that...
Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Yeah, this is the exact tutorial where that was the point where they were like, stop, and then I'd stop, and then it would never admit that I actually stopped on the Xbox since Flight Sim 2020. Third gear's a little bit too fast on this. I mean, the thing is, it's like it's going to be different for every plane, so I could change the controls specifically in the Cessna. Like, you have control over. You can change different controls in that way. Over here and then go like, oh no.
All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center, marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
There we go. Just a little manual adjustment on the throttle. Get that speed we want. A little bit faster than we want. %34%. They say a fast walk. Oh, this is a real fast walk-over.
Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
Well, I was following the frickin'
All right,
arrows.
taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center, marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
Sorry, I followed the frickin' arrows. They seem to be indicative of where I should go. I guess I was wrong. Come on. God damn you, glitchy ass son of a bitch. Oh, I'm still in gear. Well, now I'm just going too slow. Okay, there. Oh, no, not that. Okay, that should be good. I'm supposed to use that. I'm supposed to use my feetses. But the dang arrows here, these are arrows. They're pointing here. They're going that, and they say go like that way. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going down that way and then coming back around. And they're like, no, you took the turn we told you to take, and that was not the right thing to do. You're supposed to go straight through the thing where it's no longer telling you to go. You stupid idiots. Well, I told you I couldn't frickin' finish this thing on the Xbox because it was busted even further back then.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point, in prep for takeoff. You've mastered that lesson.
Oh, I mastered
The
it.
next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Oh, shit. By mastered, she means, got an A. Could've gone better, could've gone worse.
Are you breaking the law again? Lady just said you're going too fast.
Well, she told me that I left the frickin' lane And I was like, you told me to, that said turn here. I was following the big glowing arrows in the middle of the road. Don't you see them? She's like, what are you talking about? Never mind. There's nothing like the thrill of taking flight. Taking off requires a pilot's full attention, as all the key steps for this maneuver will be covered in the tutorial. This training session is dedicated to get you off the ground and into the skies. Alright, let's go. Alright. Starting right where we left off. Plane still full.
There's
Ready to
an
go?
old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember.
Ain't a mile long.
First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway.
We're the only ones here.
To make sure no other planes are approaching.
Oh my God. We're the only ones
Runway
here.
numbers are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first two number of the runway's compass bearing, rounded to the nearest 10 degrees.
Oh, I could have
For
sworn
example,
people just
a
ran
runway
around graffitiing
orientated
the
towards
place.
the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass. Everything looks good. No cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Are my brakes on or off? Yes, they're on. No, they're off. I gotta stop? You serious? Why do I gotta stop on the runway? That seems like a very bad place to park.
Excellent. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
Okay, max throttle.
Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
There we go. I can't see past the HUD. We going?
Good. Now, gently pull back on the yoke.
How gentle?
And we're airborne.
Woo!
Line at the
flying,
top of your
bitches.
instrument panel, so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane has when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD slip skid indicator.
Keep 210 degrees, okay. I didn't realize that. God,
Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet.
working on it, lady. We're almost there. Calm down. Boom. 75 knots, 550.
Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
warning. That doesn't look good. My position for takeoff was only 67%. How could it... I mean, I understand maybe it could have been a little bit better, but it seems pretty harsh. I don't know, I feel like it wasn't 33% shitty. Ugh. And manage this yoke. Land at the nose of the plane with the end of the... Oh, landing! Oh, fuck. This landing tutorial, you will focus on using the yoke. There'll be no need to actuate your throttle or flaps on this one. To perform a proper landing, the aircraft's speed and rate of descent are reduced to allow for a gentle touchdown. We're screwed. We are screwed. Smoke if you got him. Oh boy. We're dead. Did you tell your family goodbye? Just so you know, if you got your cell phone on, you might want to pull it out right about now.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast. Keep
Burgers
your
were good.
airspeed at 65
I screwed up
knots.
Eric's rhythm
When you're
though, so
10
things
feet
got a
above
hint
the
chaotic.
runway, it's
I
time
love
to flare.
mushroom Swiss burgers.
To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing.
Oh shit.
The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Oh, cool. Lady, we're about to die. Do you notice? Because you seem awful calm in this situation. Oh shit. Oh, whoa. Fuck.
No judgment from me, but you said that you could do several movie reviews quickly if they were uniquely odd movies. Does this mean you are not a fan of Chucky?
I've been very just
500.
what is that? Wait, 65. Yeah. I got my
Surprise,
God.
no night rain.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back.
What? Was it? Lady, we resist temptation. I'm tempted to
Focus on
live.
the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Shit sandwich!
Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. Well done. But there's room for improvement.
You don't say.
Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
For me, I'd love to see you review movies you love. You have shown me movies I'd have missed but really enjoyed.
God damn. Yeah, my thing is I just had too many things I'm trying to do. Like, I didn't even remember to get my kanji study done yesterday, so I missed another day, but I took care of it today. I reviewed, not reviewed, well, it's, it's a review, but it's not like a review. It's not like a movie review, it's just, study repetition review. I reviewed 300 kanji today. So. The second landing tutorial will allow you to focus on the throttle management. Oh, fucking wonderful! Throttle adjustments will allow you to manage the aircraft's guide path on the final approach without having to rely on the elevator. Even if you are focusing on the throttle, do not hesitate to make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Okay. Now we gotta slow this bitch down. What a wonderful greatness. Happy? What? I was wondering where my plane was. Just fucking load me out here in the sky. I just... Stop breaking the law, asshole!
In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land.
You need to tell me we have an elevator the whole time. I can just come right down to the ground. What the hell am I doing with this airplane?
Overcompensation. Never.
Hey, we should be good.
Charlie in the Great Glass Elevator.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Yeah, it's already at idle, lady.
Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down, and bring the plane to a stop.
Whew.
You did well, but you can do better.
I did better than I did last time, lady. Is she just learning now that there's no hope for me and it's never going to improve? What goes up must come down. In this training session, you will focus on the key techniques for successful landings. Manage speed and guide path. The final approach, flare the aircraft to touch down smoothly, brake after landing to end the flight safely.
She still hasn't figured it out yet.
So I have to make the final approach and do all this other stuff too? Oh man. Threshold, power to endpoint, rear
I didn't
wheel
see a
stuff.
target landing spot. She is picky.
Huh. I'm just happy if we manage to get down and not die. That's my standard for this particular exercise. Okay. Ready. Take that as a yes.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece.
I've been saying that the whole
Gotta
time.
chug mid-landing, that'll
Today,
help for
You're
sure.
in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
What the hell's that mean? Oh, that's when we point up? Yeah, sure, 65 knots. I'm going too fast. That's too fast. Still
Drop signal flares.
still going too fast, but we are slowing down. We might be able to hit the maintain 65 knots soon. I got it set to first gear, which is 10% throttle. I can't really set it any lower than that without manually grabbing it. Like, even in the menu, so you can't, there's no setting lower than 10%. And also, I feel like we're going too slow. We're going 70 knots, but I feel like we shouldn't have slowed down that much so
Throttle
fast.
should be 60%.
We are heading to the mountain. Yeah.
Full throttle.
Fuck me in the ass, oh no. We are below the runway. This is a bad thing. This is a very bad thing. Oh, shit.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Yeah, no kidding, lady. Don't bust! Honestly,
Dead.
could have been worse.
Dead. Noise.
Oh.
Clap, clap.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece.
Dead.
Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps.
Why
Keep your aim
didn't she
point
help
on
at
the
all?
runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Yeah, throttle at like 58 to 60%. It'll slow down. Do a barrel roll.
At this heights, we're at 6,000 feet. We gotta get down there, so we can't be going that fast.
You need a body count on this. Agreed. Barrel roll.
I got the throttle set to 20% now. We're still going faster than they say. Like, maintaining 65 knots. It's like, motherfucker, I didn't even get that low before, and I still went too slow up to this fucking runway. Still might be going into... Oh.
Try a loop.
That's a good trick. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Whoa.
K-Star Fox music. Fire on the runway in 3, 2, 1.
Reduce throttle to idle.
It is idle, lady.
Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line.
Very well done.
You did well, but you can do better.
Runway
I did
to
better
the
than
danger
last
zone.
time. You didn't survive last
Keep
time.
in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
Oh yeah, no shit. Downwind. This training session covers the procedures to be performed when flying in a left-handed traffic pattern, from the downwind leg to the final approach. Ah, cock! Oh, downwind 80 knots, 10-degree flaps, turn to base 75 knots, 6,000 feet, final 65 knots, 5,300 feet, landing. God damn! We're in for some time here. Traffic patterns, also called circuits, are paths to be followed on takeoff and landing, allowing air traffic to move in and out of airports safely. Each part of the pattern is referred to as a leg. That's like the various limbs of mine that will be strewn around the desert very soon. Okay. Is that blood? Sure you've heard that one before. Okay. Can't I just like shoot over there and then like real quick? Like, what are you gonna do?
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah, bye.
In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps,
Yeah, that's
all while maintaining current speed.
easier said than done with this thing. Okay, 7.7 is the best we're gonna get. We're going 100 knots. Oh no. Ah, shit. Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Turn left onto the base leg.
That lady, we're turning left into the mountain.
500.
LOL.
Try to keep our speed around 75 knots.
Oh,
Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn.
oh,
Turn left onto final.
where's where's final? Oh, okay. Final over there.
Make your left turn onto final.
Oh boy.
Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing.
Oh, we're right there.
Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
Oh boy. Okay, this is a very sensitive rudder.
Too much speed.
500.
Not bad though.
Maintain, 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 maintain.
Stall.
Ooh!
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
God damn.
That was all right. A little more practice will help your accuracy, though.
Oh, it's alright. It's just her just saying, like, well, we didn't die. It's already getting kind of touchy around that mountainside. You've trained for this. Now it's time to show off your skills! Channel all your aviation know-how and complete a standard traffic pattern without any assistance from your instructor. Stay relaxed, operate your aircraft safely, and enjoy your flight. Okay. Take off, climb out, crosswind, downwind, base, final, landing.
Okay.
Gonna be some.
Do you know how to trim the plane out yet?
Nope. Never gonna turn the trim to up and down on the analog stick. Something.
Okay, LOL.
I am ready to fly, baby. Okay.
It's time. Your first solo flight.
She's gone!
I'll be watching from the ground, in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your
Lady.
goal is to complete
This is
Sedona's
fun.
left-hand traffic pattern on your own.
It tells me how much confidence she has in my flying that she's like, okay, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Good luck. See you on the other side.
See you in hell. Okay. So, brakes on, brakes off. Just get the parking brake on real quick and throttle up. Parking brake off. Here we go, Sky Betsy. Actually, it's
Oh, be
a
fair, you
Cessna,
already
ain't no
killed her
Betsy.
once. Flaps.
Flaps? Oh. Wait.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Try not to. Degrees, 10 degrees, be good. Something. Anything. Oh boy. Okay, reach 5,300 feet, which we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Get ourselves a 20-degree turn here, bank over there. Maintain our knottage as best we can. Oh god. Knottages are going all over the place. $5,700 feet, okay. Turn left's next, okay. It's want us to be 75 knots the whole freaking time. I don't know. I can't where's the speed limit markers in this sky? I don't see them. Reach 6,000 feet. Alright, no problem. Maintain 80 knots. Well then. going down. We're going down. Okay. We're good. We're good. Hey, there's an airport over there. Something. I don't know. Extend flaps 10 degrees by pressing B. Alright, B. Sure. Got a 10-degree flap. Oh, God. We are 6,300 freaking feet. This is a Cessna. Has no right to be this high up in the goddamn sky. Turn left for base lane.
Next time you land, the trim wheel is down by the throttle. It's the wheel LOL.
Oh yeah, I know the
Proper trim settings
is.
will help you
What was
stay
all just a
level
dream?
without input.
Problem is, I can't control
Black
the
Wolf
trim
1979.
really well.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thanks you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Maintain 75 knots. Okay, end of base leg. Oh, shit, tits. Okay. We are way too fucking high. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a problem and a half. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. 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 We're gonna die. 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 Die.
Flaps will slow you down.
500.
Brakes. Oh, wait. Shit. That counted as a landing somehow. Fox! Okay. Don't have your brakes on before touching down.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
She just told me I'm on my way. See you in hell. That's what she said. Oh.
LOL.
We were way too fast. We should have started slowing down much earlier. I'm not hearing her, but I see the instructor things there. Okay. Oh, the flaps. Whoa, okay. Well, that's probably good. Whee! Alright. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay. 5,300 feet, name 75 knots. 10 degrees, 5 degrees, 8 degrees, 5 degrees. 5 degrees, 6 degrees, 7 degrees, something.
So this is one of the planes are crashing.
Yeah, decrease the throttle to maintain the knottage. Well, I already crashed this plane a couple of times. Knots. Okay. Flaps to 10. Pressing B. I should probably set that to an actual button somewhere.
Hey, Decker. Decker, is that a Cessna you're flying?
Yep. Smoking's prohibited. Oh, that's it. Who gonna stop me up here? Oy. Okay, we're doing better on the height and the speed, so we probably aren't going to have as bad
I
of a
like
problem.
to throw soy sauce at sad people. Kikoman while he's down. How's life treating you?
Well, not terrible. I've just got, all the dang project. It's going well, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I got so many things I really need to do. And it's, I can't say it's not getting in the way. But, you gonna do. Still going too fast. Down to. Doing better. Okay.
How is Miss Poulter doing?
I feel
Hope
a
she's
lot
doing
better
well.
about this. Poulter's been having trouble with a lot of recent games on Steam, where might be the DRM they're putting in, but they've been blocking third-party programs running at the same time, including her Xbox accessories app for her adaptive controller. So.
Stall.
Off, right? Yeah.
Wow, great job. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
It's what you told me when I turned into a ketchup stain on the frickin' runway. But, yeah, so, like, Night Rain came out, and it was blocking her Xbox accessories app, so she couldn't play Elden Ring Night Rain because she kind of needs her pedals to work in order to be able to do that. So that was a bad day. And then the DLC for Lies of P coming, and Liza P just had an update, and suddenly it started blocking her Xbox accessories app, so her pedal's not working there anymore. So she's currently working through Liza P again on the Xbox for PC store, because she had it there before she had it on. But she was, playing on Xbox, and then that goes to the Xbox for PC, like play anywhere kind of thing. So she had it there before she had it on Steam, but she liked having everything on Steam, so she was playing it mostly on Steam. But now she can't play it on Steam because of the recent update. Fortunately, the Xbox, the Games for Windows Xbox app does not block the Xbox Accessories app, so she is able to... Hey, the base leg I absolutely screwed up, but everything else was pretty damn good, they say. Even the landing. I mean, I feel like the landing was a lot worse than that, but they were pleased with it. Boom! Oh, wait. VFR navigation, IFR navigation, helicopters, bush pilot, gliding course, FA-18E maneuvers. Okay. Introduction to airliners. Okay. I feel like that should be a little bit further up. Oh. Learn about visual flight routes, VFR, and how to use the outside world to navigate. Start your navigate. Alright, you can start to navigate. Now that you know how to handle your plane, it is time to learn more about navigating the
Once
skies.
the group fly along,
Over the runway. It's 6,500 feet, heading 41 degrees. Using visual reference is the key to VFR flights. We will be using Sedona Airport's runway as our first reference. Remember, a good departure is the key to good navigation. A shitty departure is the key to shitty navigation.
could she play the new rally?
Rally? I'm confused.
Oh, that's a nice airport.
Hey, you're back! You trust me again. That's good to know. Very good to know. We are building a rapport, you and I. Yes. Rapport. That's what Anyway.
Today we are going to leave our familiar airport of Sedona and venture south to reach Flagstaff Airport.
Oh my god, we're going to a new airport.
To guide us, we will rely on the navlog.
What, Jesus?
It references the different legs to complete to reach our final destination.
You can't just throw a log in my face like that.
Our first goal is to fly over the runway center at 6,500 feet with a heading of 42 degrees.
Oh.
By doing so, we will be perfectly set up to engage with the first leg of the navlog. After takeoff, we will continue crosswind, as if we were following the standard traffic pattern. However, we won't turn downwind. Instead, we will continue climbing to 6,500 feet before turning on course toward the runway center. Okay, you can take off whenever you are ready.
Alright, let me just close this thing.
The handheld Xbox system.
Oh, the Ally, the Xbox Ally. The Xbox Ally, that's an interesting one. I mean,
Have you crashed Sky Betsy yet?
that runs within the Xbox framework, but it does have Steam integration. I think that the Xbox app on PC is going to be getting that soon. Hopefully, that will help alleviate these problems, because if she can run all her Steam games through the Xbox app and get just Xbox accessories and Copilot works just fine, that'll be a big fucking help. Because like she couldn't play the new Monster Hunter because it wouldn't let her play with her adaptive controller, and she couldn't play the new Elden Ring because it wouldn't let her play with her adaptive controller. And now the recent update for Lies of P, she can't play that game anymore. She beat the damn game on New Game Plus 3. Like, she loves that fucking game. But now they're like, fuck you, you're not allowed to play anymore because we're not going to let you use your adaptive controller anymore. And it's like, fucking, what the hell is going on? Anyway. Here we go. Oh, flaps. Here we go. Oh, jeez, no. Oh, crap, wrong thing. I hit my throttle. There we go. I wonder if the 100% flaps are a bad idea on the runway. Or if it's just, it feels like I'm going slow. What the hell? You mean minimum? What happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just stopped a bunch of clowns from attacking me. I went straight for the juggler.
Oh boy, we going? I feel like we're not quite going fast enough. I feel like we've been going a lot faster than this. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, so the flaps definitely make you go a lot
LOL.
slower. You were right about that. I mean, obviously, people tend to. That doesn't sound like a. Why is my little thing keep popping up saying, oh, minimum IPD? I'm like, no, 63 IPD. Why is my thing keep popping up saying minimum? What's going on with my headset?
Flaps no more than 15. Trim about 3.2.
I can't be nearly that precise with the trim.
If we eat alphabet soup here, what do they eat in Japan? Ramen numerals.
I'm taking off, lady! Gee, you're just having one of your days, huh? You're not gonna talk to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Are we gonna have an issue here in this flight? We're gonna be in here together for a while. It'd be good if I can trust the co-pilot.
And we have liftoff, good. Maintain 75 knots. Your target altitude is 6,500 feet. That's 500 feet above the traffic pattern, as we don't want to interfere with incoming aircraft.
Low battery?
Maintain 75 knots.
Trying, lady. I think 66 close enough.
Maintain 75 knots.
Trying to follow the purple line here on my nav thing. You know, that lovely thing there. But upwind leg says over there. 5,700 feet. We're almost there. Almost. Okay. At the end of upwind leg.
As you climb, turn left so you stay in the vicinity of the airport.
Okay, vicinity maintaining. Yeah. Got some sun over here. That aim track. Reach an altitude of 6,500. Oh boy. They're having a... Okay. I feel like... Yeah, let's just start the... Oh god, my controller is just flipping around. What the fuck?
Great. To ensure
What are the
accurate
two big
navigation,
cats you can never
you want an
trust?
accurate starting point.
Lions and cheetahs.
And what's more accurate than the runway you just departed from? Go ahead and position your plane above the airport.
Okay, maintain 6,500 feet. -42-degree heading. Where's my degrees?
Do you believe that a universal monster universe can work in modern day horror?
Nice. That's it for navigation departure. Well done.
Yay! Universal monsters? Like the Wolfman? Oh, why do you have to have dead in there? This training session is all about the basics of dead reckoning, a popular navigation method of relying on estimating the position of an aircraft based on its previous position, direction, and speed. And if they're dead. Learn more about this method while en
Dracula,
route
Wolfman,
to Mun's Park.
all those guys.
The Dead Reckoning guys? Not touch screen.
Did everyone know that Decker died on the very first Star Trek movie?
We're currently at 6,500 feet, about 30 seconds flight time to Sedona Airport. As we make our way toward the runway center,
30
let's talk
seconds?
more about navigation. When you need to set and maintain a heading, you'll want to rely on your heading indicator. Compasses are prone to errors, especially during turns or while accelerating or decelerating. Okay, we're in position over the runway center. Next step is to validate the time. That's a fancy way of saying start your stopwatch.
What, huh? Not that thing.
On the navlog, you can see our next waypoint, Mun's Park, is at a 42-degree heading about 5 minutes away. That means we need to be on a 42-degree heading. Check your heading indicator and make your turn.
I lived in a van near Flagstaff/Sedona for 2 years. It was
Good.
really fun and peaceful.
Maintain a 42-degree heading.
Alright, lady, but you know, that's a very specific kind of heading you're talking about here.
As you approach Mun's Park, the terrain level rises. To maintain a safe altitude, we'd better climb to 8,000 feet. Make sure you keep the same heading.
8,000! Okay.
Maintain full power
But
during your
before
climb.
all that, Decker was Captain Kirk's first officer in the Star Trek movie Kill Spock showed up 10, he became an advisor.
.1 degree pitch trim. Open.
Then Decker became a YouTuber.
8,000 feet. How many feet you need, you bastards?
Navigation is basically flying a given heading for a given amount of time. Sometimes you deviate. But if you track the time flown from your last known position, you'll always have at least a range for your current position.
Not climbing nearly fast enough. Okay, let's... a 3-degree pitch trim. Still gotta climb 1,200 feet. This is kinda nutsos in several butsos. Am I allowed to just use the autopilot to set in the stuff? Like, is that considered
You see
cheating?
the green patch with a lake on it, right? This is Munns Park Golf Club. We're almost there. Let's proceed over it and check if the stopwatch matches the navlog estimation. We all know speed can increase or decrease depending on the wind. That's why at your next waypoint you'll want to compare your estimated time and route with the actual time flown. Validate your estimate and your progress.
Stop breaking the rules, Decker.
Oh, that looks nice down there. It's what golf course? I don't see shit. And we're still climbing very slowly. 4 degrees, 4.1.
Well done. But there's room for improvement. Navigation to Munns Park is in the books.
Okay. Yay! What did I do? Maintain requested attitudes. No. Manage power accurately. No. But I got there. Sort of. I didn't even do that perfectly. Somehow I got a B instead of a C. Okay. Using landmarks and distinctive geographical features is a great way of orienting yourself while
In order to
flying
clean up
VFR.
after my dog, I had to put my glasses on because I can't see shit without them.
Airports, roads, and rivers are commonly used to confirm one's position while en route in a navigation. We'll start this tutorial where we left off, above Mun's Park Golf Course. Okay. 6 minutes to Flagstaff. 8,500 feet they want. How high are we from the start? Because I didn't get that high last time. We didn't actually make it that far. We're at 8,000 feet. Okay.
All right, we're currently at 8,000 feet, approximately 30 seconds out from Mun's Park Golf Club. While we fly over it, let's talk about landmark navigation. One of the easier methods of navigation involves following identifiable landmarks, like highways.
Does
And
Decker
it just
need a
so
potty break?
happens We have one below us. Do you see the highway on your left?
Yes.
That highway leads all the way to Flagstaff.
So we can just drive?
Let's follow it, and we should reach Flagstaff Airport in 6 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Correct your heading to the right.
Right. You said to look left to see the frickin' highway. Turn left to follow the highway. Motherfucker. You said right. You're trying to fuck me up. It's because I got you killed, isn't it?
To make sure we don't miss it, reset your stopwatch here and start it again.
No, Decker does not need a pot break. It slows down its thinking and it makes him hungry, so he stays in the refrigerator for about an hour when we sit here and wait for him to come back.
Alright, Chris. Here you go. I don't need that. I'm a Texan. Used to having a seminar.
Flagstaff Airport's altitude is
Graybeard.
around 7,000
Buy 20
feet.
pom-poms from Michaels. Watch all the Star Trek Tribble episodes and give one to your kid. Tell them to follow the rules. Every now and again, add pom-poms to
This means
multiply.
its altitude is 1,000
How did
feet
you
above
get the
airport,
co-pilot killed?
which works out to 8,000 feet.
There's a landing tests.
We need to
Watch
fly
the kid
over
freak
the
out.
airport before entering the traffic pattern.
There's just a little puddle down there.
Since we don't want to interfere with other aircraft already in the traffic pattern, let's
don't?
fly at least 500 feet above pattern altitude. So, let's climb to 8,500 feet on the way.
Ryan.
Keep it at full power while you're climbing.
It was 3.5.
Perfect. Maintain 8,500 feet until we reach the airport.
No. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Hey, here we go.
Set RPM at 2,300.
And back. How much did you have to beg to get her back in the cab with you flying?
Close enough. Well, after I managed to, after I managed to land successfully without her in the cab, she was like, "All right."
Correct your heading to the right.
Where is Tara?
Out and about.
Correct your heading to the right.
I'm correct in it. I, you know.
Correct your heading to the right.
Bitch!
course for too long.
She's so picky.
Correct your heading to the right. Let's start again.
What?
Correct your heading to the right.
Lady!
LOL, she sounds like my GPS.
What's going on? Am I in hell?
Correct your heading to the right.
No.
She sounds like my mother.
I think the game might still have a few issues.
Correct your heading to the right. Correct your heading to the right.
Why did it go black? I think you need to turn right.
Oh no. I
Pulled
can't
too
escape.
many G's.
I can still see my
Correct
hand.
your heading to the right.
But I can't open my menu.
Correct your heading to the right.
Well, shit.
What did you do, Decker?
I can still hear it. Okay, gee.
Flight sim. Flight sim never changes.
Yeah, we gotta get it loaded again. Oh god, my mouse is still locked. No. Come on, the game's off. The game's not running anymore. Why? It's locked my mouse. I can't move my mouse. Like, you see it flickering. I was trying to move it. Wait a minute. Oh, geez, that's the problem. Virtual desktop. Okay. Oh. But yeah, I also here I use the little half screen because I got this set up like this for American Truck Simulator because it's one of those games where the social screen shows both eyes, which is not helpful. So I have a specific crop set for OBS that it cuts off half the screen and focuses on like the good area. Fortunately, that came in handy for Flight Sim because Flight Sim also does that. Of course, means we gotta wait through the load screen. And in case you didn't notice about Flight Sim 2024, the load screen is fucking long. Really fucking long. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. I could probably yeah. I don't want to move it. Right click. I could turn on the crop pod filter. Crop pad filter. Boom. Come on. Turn it off, you something. There we go. You can see the entire load screen. I've got activating packages. 12%. We'll get there. What, 12%? 13! We're at 13%. Yeah. Hot damn. $15. $16. Here we go. Getting there. We're getting there. Getting there, baby. 60% still activating packages. %. 18, 19, okay. Loading packages content. We're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere for encoding overloaded. Okay, well that's causing me to have problems in the stream now. Loading sim objects, 35%. 36. 37. 38. 9. There we go. Okay, it's starting to pick up a good bit. You can see the bar now. You can see the bar now. You don't really necessarily need my play-by-play anymore. The launch day, this video was just what everyone saw. Like, over and over again for about 4 hours. While it's just stuck at 97%.
Decker crashes so bad he doesn't just take out the plane, he takes out the computer he's flying the plane with.
That's right, Kevin. The sky is not the limit. But there's the whole career mode where you can start your own flight business, doing business things with flights. And I'm wondering if I can do Air Betsy. But most of the people who do play in career mode say it's really frustrating because the penalties are extremely harsh, and the game being buggy as fuck will oftentimes just completely fuck you over. Like, people have been like, okay, I finally scraped it together enough, I bought my first plane, and then I loaded in my first job, and the game loaded my airplane upside down on top of the hangar, and that counted as a terrible crash, and I lost so much reputation and so much money, and I'm in a hole I'll never get out of now. Like, that's, like, the game just decided to load their plane destroyed. Just fuck you. It does that. Still loading. Real fun with a VR helmet strapped to your face. Yep. You might have noticed that the video is looping. Yeah, there ain't no way around that. It's not nearly long enough for even when things are working well. During the day of, when, like I said, 4 hours of this, and no game. That was something. The game launched. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When I start, I have to go over here into the VR settings, and I have to switch to VR. And when I do that, it's gonna cause everything to be all fucked up. So I gotta go over here and turn on crop again. That way you'll get one screen instead of two. Oh, it wants me to do that for some reason. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I could just hold the Oculus key. Okay, well, fuck it. That's their version of that. Okay. There's a whole career mode. I haven't started that. I think I might have clicked it. And then I saw, like, the intro, and I was like, ah, man. I want to stream that or something. I don't remember what I was like, but I was mainly like, okay, I want to learn how to fly. Let's go into flight training. And then when the first thing didn't even fucking work, that's where I was like, God damn it! I'm out until it does. And it worked now, so I'm like, okay, I'm in. Okay, we're back. I could get my Xbox controller working at the same time for certain commands. Might be useful for working the pitch, working the yaw, not the yaw, the pitch, working the that pitch, all the pitching.
All right, we're currently at 8,000 feet, approximately 30 seconds out from Munns Park Golf Club. While we fly over it, let's talk about landmark navigation.
Yeah, let's talk about
One
it.
of the easier methods of navigation involves following identifiable landmarks, like highways.
Oh, is that the
It
golf
just
course?
so happens we have one below
What, I got
us.
like 3 holes?
Do you see the highway on your left?
Yes.
That highway leads all the way to Flagstaff. Let's follow it, and we should reach Flagstaff Airport in 6 to 7 minutes. Correct your heading to the right.
Yeah, fuck you. We're going to the highway. You still trying to make me go right? No.
To make sure we don't miss it, reset your stopwatch here and start it again. Correct your heading to the right.
Bitch? Is that... No. Come on.
Flagstaff Airport's altitude is around 7,000 feet. Unlike in Sedona, the traffic pattern altitude there is standard. This means its altitude is 1,000 feet above the airport, which works out to 8,000 feet. We need to fly over the airport before entering the traffic pattern. Since we don't want to interfere with other aircraft already in the traffic pattern, let's fly at least 500 feet above pattern altitude. So, let's climb to 8,500 feet on the way. Perfect. Maintain 8,500 feet until we reach the airport. Keep it at full power while you're climbing.
Decker, you know YouTube vlog you so much I think they flag you more than a flag people who review P
Set
asterisk
RPM at
asterisk
2,300.
asterisk.
Quite possibly. 2,300 RPM. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, we're at the highway. We corrected our heading to the right. We're good. Want our attitude to be 8,500 feet, but we're a little bit too high for that. No. Okay, we're getting a little too low. Get back up. Get back up. You want one? Okay, more for me. Trying to be nice, trying to offer some, but...
Decker, do you think if you were reviewing something like the Smurfs that YouTube would still flag you?
Oh, absolutely. But the biggest problem is the copyright claims, but yeah, YouTube's just fucking stupid. So, like, anything remotely cartoon violence, they'll just be there like, hey, we believe that wicked old Gargamesh or whatever the fuck just literally did kill all those poor little blue people. And you just caught that on film and showed that to everyone, you monster. This is now age restricted, and fuck you. What the hell? Is there a big seam in the world that
If you are
is-
offering, can I have one?
Can I reach your house by chucking it out the window? Yeah, this highway is going into a void. There's a big crack in... Is this the San Andreas fault? Is that what it looks like? Is it just like a big broken section of the country and it's just a void in there? I'm spitballing here, lady. You don't gotta pretend like you don't know me. Jeez.
There it is, Flagstaff Airport on the right side of the highway. Excellent landmark navigation.
How good is your throwing arm?
Look at this. Creepy smile. Actually pretty terrible. Dad never played catch with me. He played... Better hide before I beat your ass. He played Find the Belt. When I found it, I got beaten. Happy times. The final part of any navigation flight is arriving at your destination. In the final lesson before your first solo navigation flight, we will learn how to approach and integrate the traffic pattern of an uncontrolled airport. What are we assassinating someone here? Like, what's going on? Over the runway, descend the circuit, downwind, base leg, turn into final 65 knot flaps as required. What, did she just jump the fuck out in a parachute? Like, is she gonna be there for me, or is she like, you know, you're on your own? Hey, you're here. Good to see you. I guess it makes sense. We didn't bring any parachute. Anyway, time to die.
Flagstaff Airport is right in front of us, and we're currently at 8,500 feet. That's 500 feet above the standard traffic pattern. It's a good altitude to avoid interfering with aircraft already in the pattern.
What if there's someone else going 500 feet above?
Proceed above the terrain, making sure you maintain our current altitude.
Well, I'm not maintaining shit right now. This is the game down here. This right here. This is the game we're playing. This is all just like a screensaver. I'm playing this. Get the altitude up. Get the altitude up. Gotta maintain.
Decker, I think you should have merch at
it
least,
was
you
all
know,
just a
like when you
dream.
did your Friday the 13th / Freddy reviews. Are you standing on top of a tank surrounded by beautiful women hanging from your leg? Anubis 800. Thanks
We're
for
going to land
subscribing.
on runway 21,
thank you.
coming from the right to the left. We'll be following a left-hand traffic pattern, as we did in Sedona.
I don't trust you with your rights and your lefts.
Ready? Reduce speed to 80 knots and start a turn to the left toward a 120-degree heading.
Reduce to 80? Lady, we're going 70. Turn to left, alright? Maintain 80 knots. Yeah. Reduce speed to 80. Where the hell's my thing?
Hello, Decker. I just having 35 years old. What's up, buddy?
Hello, hello. Congratulations. Okay, so I gotta get a 120-degree heading, they say. My god.
Hello, chat.
I'm finally playing
As
some...
we pass over the runway again, start ascending to 8,000 feet, still maintaining 80 knots. You'll enter the pattern in the middle of the downwind leg for runway 21.
I'm just kind of happy that I'm able to play some... some Microsoft Flight Sim, finally, for... My god!
We've got clearance to enter the downwind leg and land on runway 21. Keep
Which
your
way to-
attitude, then follow the standard pattern.
Okay, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, I was trying to play it when it came out, and it was just so broken. Now it's
At
still...
Decker Shado,
it's still
so?
broken?
Is it better compared to when you play it for the first time?
Oh yeah, but it's still broken. It's just...
You flew too low that time.
Fuck you, bitch!
Let's start again.
No! No, 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 no! No!
Dick, are you not doing much because
Ready?
you think you would be
Reduce speed to
sued by
80
Weird
knots
Al?
and start a turn to the left toward a 120-degree heading.
Damn it. Why do I gotta go left for this? Like, it's a better idea to go right. It's closer. But yeah, the game was so broken at launch that, like, I literally couldn't even complete the first tutorial. Now I'm actually able to. Come to find out, that thing I did in the first tutorial was the only step. That was it. It just
Gotta watch your
didn't
altitude
complete.
above the traffic pattern. You dropped too low.
I mean,
Alright.
FS 2020
no,
is still
no,
broken.
bitch!
So that's just Flight Sim.
Ready? Reduce speed to 80 knots and start a turn to the left toward a 120-degree heading. As we pass over the runway again,
Oh.
start ascending to 8,000 feet, still maintaining 80 knots.
Shit, okay. I am...
You'll enter the pattern in the middle of the downwind leg for runway 21.
Okay. That was way less calm, but I mean, trying to do what the hell I ask. 80 knots. Alright. We're doing it.
At worst, Decker, just forgot the tutorial and have fun yourself to imitate the event of 9/11. Grinning, squinting face.
Oh boy, oh boy. Final turn. One. 65 knots. Okay, there's the runway. Ah, shit. Hey. Almost.
Decent approach, TBH.
Almost. Now.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Had to turn off my throttle completely.
Good integration. But something tells me you can do even better.
Yeah, I just did. Landing. I got a B. I barely got a B.
Nice.
Time to show us what you can do on your own. You'll be departing from Flagstaff Pullman Airport, handling every navigational step on your way back to Sedona. You are free to choose your VFR navigation
Here's is a
method
new
choosing
concept for a
of
song.
choice to get you to your destination.
Stall. 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 Time to die.
Oh, okay, so I gotta get a Flagstaff to Munns, back to Sedona. I'm on my own. She's like, get the hell out of here. I'm like, sorry. Aw. It's still warm. Decided to say fucking leave. You decided to say fucking leave me.
Flight
Are you ready for
director
this?
on.
You're going
NAV
solo
mode
on a
on.
full VFR
Autopilot on.
From takeoff to touchdown, it's all you. You'll be departing Flagstaff Pulliam Airport, handling every navigational step on your way to Sedona. It's the return trip from your previous lessons. You will be flying over the same landmarks. You remember them? The highway, Munns Park Golf Club. Choose whatever you're confident with. Dead Reckoning, Landmark
Oh God,
Navigation,
Decker by
or both.
himself? We are all going
This
to
is what
die.
you've trained for. Just remember everything you've learned, and most of all, enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Enjoyment engaged. guess we'll start the stopwatch. Close? Okay.
Alright. This time alone with your flying Betsy.
Oh boy, oh boy. 20%? Yeah, sure, 28%, whatever. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go, Air Betsy. Yeah. Okay, so they are that way. So Ross, we reach 8,500 feet while remaining in the vicinity of the airport and maintaining 75 knots for some reason. And we're gonna turn around, go over the airport, and be like, yeah, fuck it. You can't stop me. We're gonna have to turn around and get closer to the airport if we're gonna remain in its vicinity. .300 RPM. Okay. Close enough. Runway center. Okay, that'll be over there. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Reach Munns Park Golf Course. Here. There's a highway? At the highway? I think so. take the highway, get to the golf course. You're fine.
Well, I guess it's the good time to open a good cold beer, everyone. Especially for Decker.
I remember with Flight Sim 2020, I did the in-flight movies streams. Those were fun. It'd be kind of difficult to do that with VR. Mostly because I wouldn't be able to watch the damn movie.
I'm just doing bong hits.
It is interesting. Like, I did set the foveated rendering on this to improve performance in VR,
Going to drink pickle
and I
beer
can
in
tell it's
memory of
on,
the
but
late
it is
great Decker
really
Shado.
subtle.
I really like the in-flight movies.
It's like with the in-flight movies, the thing is, it's like, of course, I got to be a public domain movie, but also, you know, that doesn't fucking matter on YouTube. You will get hit with oh so many copyright claims from copyright trolls on YouTube. Guys like Little Dot Studios,
Hello, everyone.
or of course the classic ad rev for a third party. They show up, and whenever there's anyone they can fucking defraud.
At barely _C0 her and hello.
It's frustrating because it's like guys like Little Dot Studios. It's like, how did they get in their position? It's like, well, technically they do own the rights to a couple of TV shows
Hi,
in a couple of
Anubis
countries,
800.
but that's not where they make their money. The actual rights they have is a pittance.
Hello?
But their
Working
rights they
here.
have give them access to YouTube's Content ID system, access which they have vigorously abused by just
At lady
claiming
_night_of_sarcasm
hundreds of
hello.
thousands of
Hi, lady.
illegitimate claims, like just straight up committing massive fraud. But the thing is, they commit massive fraud against a bunch of little guys. And YouTube's there like, I don't know, Little Dot Studios is the company. They could sue us if we don't do what they want. Fuck our users. Let's be accessories to fraud. That sounds like the logical thing to do in this situation. It's like, you fucking idiots. YouTube has pissed me off a lot over the years because, like, YouTube's big push for YouTube TV and TV integration, back then I was like, are you fucking morons? Are you absolute goddamn idiots over here? Why are you trying to smooge up to TV? Why are you trying to become TV? You already beat TV because you were better than TV. But no, it's like video games and movies, where video games are bigger and more popular than movies and make more money, but you still got your Neil Druckmanns and you still got your Hideo Kojimas, who just put movies on this big pedestal, and are like, okay, I'm just gonna do everything I can for my dream of making a movie. Kojima might actually pull something out of that. He's not too bad. But I kind of, I can't say I didn't have my share of Schadenfreude when Druckmann got to the red carpet and, you know, went there to pose for pictures and no one gave a flying fuck about him. Because as stupid as it is, because video games are bigger than movies, not only are people like Druckmann in video games thinking movies are so much better, people in movies think movies are so much better. So they didn't give a shit about Druckmann because he's just the video game guy. He'll always be just the video game guy. It doesn't matter how many awards he got for his video game and how much they say it's like a movie. He's just the video game guy, and the movie guys don't give the slightest shit about him. They care about him as much as they care about me. Possibly they care more about me because I occasionally talk about movies. It's like just like, what are you guys doing? You have to be proud of your own damn work and stop trying to be
Smaller
something
companies
else.
make it big by not being like the big companies to only then act like the big companies.
Yeah. But YouTube was in like a amazing position when TV was like on the ropes. But then everyone working at YouTube is like, oh my god, TV is paying attention to us. This is a big opportunity for us. It's like, no, it's a big opportunity for them to try and hold on to some relevance.
I don't know for Hideo Kojima Decker. Because Death Stranding was pretty much, well, under Neon Genesis Evangelion. Rolling
yeah.
on the floor laughing.
I mean, Kojima has frequently taken a lot of
But who
inspiration
knows?
from film, but I don't know. There's a special flavor with his productions. Like, I do like how Death Stranding went, though. I think it's also kind of funny that people waited for it to release before they realized it was a walking simulator, and I'm like, guys, the previews events that showed off gameplay had the guy walking around and moving ladders around to move to other places to walk. What the fuck game were you expecting? And of course everyone says in unison, Metal Gear. It's like, no! You hear that with Death Stranding 2. People talking about the big boss fights with giant enemies, and the fucking first sentence in the article is there like, it harkens back to Metal Gear. It's like, it's fucking Death Stranding. The man can make more things than Metal Gear. Think about what movie this reminds you of. That'll give you a bigger hint as to what the hell he's going for. Start my stopwatch. Reset. 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 Okay. Start. 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 There we go. Reach Sedona Airport. Where was that again? I think it was that way. Pretty sure. I'll just go where the purple lines tell me.
Yeah. I think everyone was thinking it was going to be a dark Metal Gear saga. I think.
Poulter loved Death Stranding. And that one made her cry too.
People typecast creators and actors all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm kind of typecast myself. Like I'm here playing games, and most of the time the chat's about what's the next review, or about movies or horror or this or that. I'm here drinking beer, flying an airplane in virtual reality using a steering wheel. But yeah, it gets me thinking about my project because, like I said, it's something that I feel like does not resonate with the brand I've built for myself. But, like, if I had come out with it first, I might end up...
Nevertheless, I would like
probably would've
Kojima
been-
don't forget his others IP like Police Knots and Zone of the Enders.
Mm.
Oh right,
I still gotta play Zone of the Enders
Konami.
2. And Zone of the
disappointed
Enders 1.
face.
Like, I like mech games, but I
LOL,
remember
to be fair,
playing
you
Zone of the
still
Enders
have more
1.
movie reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still want to do movie reviews. I'm still doing more movie reviews. I'm still working on that. But, like, the project, it is its own thing. And if that had come out before I had made 12 years worth of movie reviews, I probably would be known for things other than well, there'd still be a little horror in there, but I'd be known for a lot of different things that would be following me around as my brand image.
Decker, why is it taking so long for your movie reviews? Is it because of YouTube? Or is it because you're watching more complicated horror movies these
It's
days?
mostly because I've got
Did I miss what the project is?
damn many things on. Well, I haven't really talked openly about the project. The project is just a project because I've been doing it for so long, as it is the reason. It is the primary reason why I've been having a lot of trouble lately getting the reviews out. But fly over runway center. Can't I just fucking land? Why do I gotta fly over the damn thing like an asshole? Where is the damn thing? Oh, fuck, it's so... fuck. But, yeah, it's like, it's the primary reason why I've been having trouble getting more reviews out, is because I've been working so long and so much on this thing. So that's why I have to bring it up, because it is kind of what I've been doing. But it's not something I'm necessarily supposed to be talking about, and it's not something I feel like is going to help if I talk about it, because, like I said, it is so far out of my wheelhouse. My brand image would be considerably different if this was what I put out first versus over a decade of horror movie reviews. It's just something that I felt enthused that I had to make. So I'm making it. And it's taken damn near 2 years. And I mean, it's still got like 6 months left in it to finish, probably. Maybe a little less. But the faster I do this, and the longer it takes to get the reviews out. $6,500. Whew. Go.
Oh god, Decker is making an adult film. LOL.
Not quite. That was the original.
pow/chica/pow/wow. LOL.
$80 knots, 6,000 feet. Why's it gotta be 80 knots? I feel like that's a little bit much. Of course, I don't want to smash into the side of the mountain, but I still feel like this is a bit much. Just a bit. Like, hey, we're just kind of showing off here. But I do need to get a little bit of height, because I don't want to smash into the side of the mountain. Gotta get... You gotta be able to come in from down enough. Oh. Pushing it. 80 knots
The only
and
reason
6,000?
I'm saying something is you've ranked up there with some of the best movie reviewers, and you know YouTube keeps moving you down. The first time I ever looked at more movie reviews.
Now they want 80, 65 knots.
Oh, by the way, Decker. My birthday cake was fantastic.
Nice.
Did you taste the Eve Rocher chocolate ball? The cake is pretty much tastes like a big Eve Rocher chocolate. So good.
Bad at all.
Happy birthday at Anubis 800.
Okay. Oh. Was it B for set flaps? Yep. There.
$500.
At barely underscore C0 her and thank you friend. Folded hands.
Coming in a little hot. Should be okay. Yeah, we're good. Oh.
At Decker Shado, I wish I could post a part of my cake to you, Poulter, and everyone here in chat.
Woo!
Wow, great job.
It's just
Some
a really
people
good
say
at
the sky
horror
is the
movie
limit.
reviews, and
I
YouTube
say,
rank you at the
it's just the
top when I
beginning.
first started watching a few years ago, and I don't know if you noticed they're moving you down the list your video.
Ah. Damn it. Hey!
I was going through a bad divorce and found your reviews while watching Nostalgia Critic. Couldn't figure out who the long-haired guy that kept showing up on my page was. After 2 weeks I watched one. Thank God we didn't die.
Hey, we did the VFR navigation all the way. Boom! Nice. What's next? IFR navigation. Once you lose your visual references, you are forced to rely on your cockpit instruments. Learn how to find your way even after the clouds have. That's what I've been doing, honestly, because you just keep having the big mission thing blocking my view anyway.
Been
so I
hooked
gotta...
on your stuff since then.
Oof. Climb and descend. Learn to manage your altitude.
Fun.
Without.
GG Decker.
We are flight enthusiasts over here. The weather won't always be perfect. Getting licensed to fly IFR is the best way to keep flying even when visibility keeps you from flying VFR. This tutorial will introduce you to the world of instrument flight as you learn to climb and descend solely by relying on your primary flight display. Right. Is my lady back? Did she come over with my IFR training? Oh no, God, no. No. Who the fuck are you?
Let's go, Decker. Go flying in a old Betsy. I was looking up Godzilla reviews, then I found these two weird long-haired guys and I was hooked.
Just below a thick layer of clouds. Up until now, you've been able to look outside to judge the aircraft's attitude and location.
I still can.
What happens when you lose that outside view? That takes us into the world of instrument flight. When you can't use the horizon for reference due to clouds, darkness, or other hindrances to visibility, you'll need to rely on your airplane's instruments. When flying on instruments alone, you'll need to rely on your attitude indicator to see your pitch and roll information. Modern cockpits like this combine several instruments into one electronic display, called a primary flight display, or PFD. Stay on heading 270, set full power, and climb up to 4,500 feet. Set full power for the climb.
Alright, we climbing.
We're climbing up into the cloud layer. Notice how you're starting to lose your outside view.
Starting
Have
to.
you ever
Instead of
considered
looking out
getting
the
a
canopy,
real flight
focus your
license,
attention
Decker?
on the cockpit instruments. You can maintain
not
wings level
really.
using the attitude indicator. Continue climbing to 4,500 feet.
No, I do like doing the simulations. Though an actual CDL might be handy.
Using the vertical sped indicator and the altimeter, level off at 4,500 feet, while continuing to maintain a heading of 270. Now fly straight and level at 4,500 feet, getting used to not having an outside horizon for reference.
Okay, we are maintaining. No horizon needed.
Okay, now keep us on this heading and take us down to 4,000 feet.
I would like to see Decker
Reduce power
playing
so
at
that we can
Lumberjack
descend without gaining
Simulator.
speed.
It's made by the Farm Simulator. Grinning, squinting face. It's so fun when you do crazy shits. Grinning, squinting face.
And reduce power, so... Okay, that's enough reduced power. I kept reducing, and they're like, no, you didn't reduce power yet. I'm like, yes, I did.
Great, increase power again for cruise and keep us at 4,000 feet.
Right, working on it. Cruise power? Okay, fortunately, already did that just naturally. Okay, I hope there's no big building in front of me, honestly.
Well done, but there's room for improvement.
How could you tell? Ay.
If I remove power, I crash. Do you want us to crash? Grinning, squinting face.
I only got a B? I think I did
I
that
just
pretty
don't
well.
think Decker realized what a great reviewer he is. I mean, you should go back and see his Friday 13th / Nightmare on Elm Street review or the Rocky Horror Picture Show review. Excellent view.
This tutorial will teach you
Go
how to change
fuck
directions
yourself.
when you
Grinning,
cannot
squinting
rely
face.
on an external reference. In this lesson, you will
Oh my
be...
god, is that a steering wheel loudly crying face?
Yes.
I remember Decker
Logitech
being so much
G923.
skinnier back in his early days.
Introduced to multiple key elements in the Q1000.
And then you crashed the plane with the guy.
Performing some 20-degree turns while following different headings, maintaining an altitude of 4,000 feet. Okay. Let's learn how to turn. Okay, good. We're already at 4,000. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Now
We're
that
here.
you've tried some climbs and descents, we'll introduce turning. Throughout this lesson, maintain your current altitude of 4,000 feet. Our heading
Okay.
is the direction our nose is pointing, measured in degrees. The main electronic display in front of you is the primary flight display, or PFD. At the bottom center of the PFD, we see the horizontal situation indicator, or the HSI. The HSI shows us the direction our nose is pointing, called our heading. Headings are measured in degrees, with east being 090, south 180, west 270, and north 360. Currently we're heading west. That's 270 degrees. When turning, we want to aim for a bank angle of around 20 degrees. Along the top of the attitude indicator are white lines. Each line represents 10 degrees. Normally we use about 20 degrees of bank, which is the second white line. Let's try it out. Make a turn to the left onto heading 180, using 20 degrees of bank. Keep turning until heading south, at which point, smoothly roll back to wings level. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180. Great, now try and maintain this heading for a short while.
Alright, we are heading right there. Don't you worry, Mr.
Now make a turn to the right, onto a heading of 350.
Okay, we getting there. North by northwest is what you're telling me. North by northwest by north? Northwest? I don't. I don't know how directions work.
Now smoothly roll wings level onto a heading of 350. Now maintain heading 350 for a bit.
You know, this would be a lot faster if you just teach me the buttons for autopilot and be done with this.
Wow, great job. So that's how we make turns using just the instruments. Next we'll look at how to handle speed changes.
I'm pretty sure we just pull the throttle back and forth. No, okay. Yeah. Look at me go. Managing aircraft speed while flying IFR requires a pilot's full attention. This tutorial will teach you how to maintain a constant pitch attitude as your speed and lift changes, doing so by relying solely on instruments. Yeah, dude. All right.
We're cruising at 100 knots, maintaining our heading and altitude. Let's look at how we deal with speed changes when flying on instruments. When slowing down, the wings produce less lift. To counter this, you'll need to progressively raise the nose in order to maintain altitude. Give it a try. Reduce power and bring the speed back to 70 knots. Remember to adjust the elevator trim so that you don't have to keep putting any pressure on the controls. Good, now set power to maintain 70 knots. Notice how the nose needs to be a little higher than before to make up for the loss of airspeed. Use the elevator trim to adjust pitch to the new sped and maintain 70 knots for a bit. Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude. Maintain 70 knots. You weren't accurate enough with your speed.
What?
You need to be able to control altitude while adjusting speed.
Working on it, man.
Great, now increase power to get your speed back up to 100 knots. Keep us steady on heading 350. As we speed up, notice how you need to trim nose down to avoid climbing. You wandered off the heading.
What? You told me about the heading like 2 seconds ago.
That's it, now stabilize at 100 knots.
Decker doesn't
We'll take
realize
flight
it,
settings
but
into
he was
account.
almost as famous as the
Flaps give a
Crypt
boost in
Keeper from
lift,
Tales
which you'll
from
need
the
to control
Crypt
in
with
order
his
to maintain
horror
our
movie
altitude.
reviews.
They also add drag, making us slow down more quickly, so be careful not to get too slow.
What?
Reduce power and slow us down to 60 knots. Good, now extend the flaps to 10 degrees.
That's B.
Now set flaps at 20 degrees.
Fuck.
Keep us steady on heading 350.
B again?
You wandered off the heading. With the extra drag, start adding power so you don't drop below your target airspeed of 60 knots. Now stabilize at 60 knots and trim for level flight. Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude. You need to be able to control altitude while adjusting speed.
Working on it, dude.
Keep us precisely at 60 knots.
Working on it, man. We also
You
want.
lost your speed target.
You've lost my goddamn
Well,
patience.
but you can do better.
Well, okay, well, I did it. They're like, good enough. What in the PlayStation 2 is going on out there? I still got a B. Navigational aids. Evades. remain an alternative to modern GPS navigation, allowing pilots to locate and orient themselves thanks to radio frequencies communicated from ground stations directly to aircraft cockpit instruments. Knowing how to navigate using the most popular of those nav aids, or remains an essential skill to master while flying IFR. Alright.
He sounded fed up and just passed you.
He's like, alright, I'm not fucking spending any more time in the cockpit with your ass. Take your damn license and never look at me again. Alright. Ready to fly. Right.
Now that you have the basics of flying the aircraft on instruments, let's
Do
look
a
at
barrel
navigation.
ROL.
There's
Grinning,
a worldwide
squinting
network
face.
of radio beacons that pilots use to find their way when flying IFR. The most common beacon is the VOR. I've tuned the Sunberg VOR into your NAV radio, which we're going to fly toward. To get there, we'll use the course deviation indicator, CDI. That's the green arrow and bar on the HSI.
I just wonder what
I've set the
Gannon's
CDI
up
for a
to.
course of 170. That means we want to arrive at the VOR on a heading of 170.
Huh?
The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course. If the bar is to the left of center, we need to fly to the left to recapture our course. The bar is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle. You are way off on altitude holding. Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude.
He didn't say anything about the altitude up to this point. He's just like, hey, by the way, you're failing already. Like when I tried to get my driver's license, and they're like, you didn't you didn't put on your seatbelt. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I don't have seatbelts. Get out of here! What the fuck?
Oh, my apologies. It's roll.
Wait for CDI to move. What the fuck's a CDI?
Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading 170.
What the hell happened? What do you mean here it comes?
Great. Now keep the CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the VOR.
Decker. Do a barrel roll.
Ah.
Grinning, squinty face to bad the co-pilot is not Peppy Hare from Star Fox. Grinning, squinting face.
I have to. I'm taking my lessons to be a flight. Am I doing the thing? Cause
Turn towards the CDI bar to keep it centered.
which one's the CDI bar?
You needed to keep the green CDI bar in the
The
middle.
green one, motherfucker. That's what I was
We're getting
on.
close to the VOR now.
My God.
The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a VOR, but this is normal. Keep flying straight ahead on heading 170 for a couple miles.
Couple miles. How the fuck can you tell? Okay. Can I go full throttle? I like going fast. We're going a couple of miles here. Like, why aren't we going as quickly as possible? We're flying modestly. You ever think about that shit?
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
I don't care about that. I don't need this guy to just tell me off every fucking time I'm trying to fly here. What's the VOR? What are you talking about? Interception, like, he didn't even get, like, 99%. He docked me, like, 1% for something. But the VOR, I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Okay. Fine. RNAV. Most modern aviation navigation methods. Aviation navigation, I like what you did with that. Revolve around the use of the Global Navigation Satellite System, an internal constellation of satellites providing positioning information in real time. You probably know the most popular of these constellations. The American Global Positioning System, or GPS. I'm gonna be fucking doing GPS tracking like I do in my... Can we make a nicer day to fly? Do you always fly on the shitty days? I miss my girl. Get at it. Just go.
The VOR system is a classic for navigating via instruments, but modern technology has opened the door for new navigation tools.
It's quitting time.
Our flight plan is made of multiple GPS waypoints. We can use those to guide us when we can't count on visibility. For this lesson, we're going to follow a similar trajectory
Interception?
as in the VOR tutorial.
Oh, Decker,
flying
you're
over
becoming a
Summer Airport while
dogfighter
maintaining an
professional.
altitude of 4,000 feet.
Grinning, squinting face.
The system looks very similar to
No.
the VOR on the avionics. We'll use the CDI. That's the pink arrow and bar on the HSI.
Okay.
Looking at our flight plan, we can see that we're supposed to arrive at the waypoint on a heading of 170. The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course. We've deviated on purpose so that you can see how to catch up to your intended trajectory.
Yep.
Just like with VOR, the gap between the bar and the CDI arrow shows us the direction that we need to head towards to catch up to our course. We're way
TDS, you
off on
lost the
altitude
chance to
holding.
sound like Anakin.
Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude. The bar
Alright.
is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle. Keep us on heading 240 for now. Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading 170.
We're gonna play some Superman 64 here. Fly through the boxes. Alright. I could be a pilot. What is this shit?
Great. Now keep the CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the waypoint.
I think I played this shit on the fucking Virtual Boy. Honestly. Just go through the boxes? Why not through the boxes? Should I call the old, oh boy, uh-oh. Should I call the passengers and be like, this is your captain speaking? We are confined to fucking boxes. Like, you think that's, you can do that? We can do that? Yeah. they won't know what the fuck we're talking about, but we'll know, and it's gonna be funny. Think about it. Think about it, man. We'll know, you and me. I'm trying to, camaraderie. Camaraderie, sir. Boxes we're flying through. We're pilots. Us. That includes me. I'm a pilot. It's me.
I got one for you, Decker. Was Jeepers Creepers creepy, or was it a scary horror movie? What's your opinion?
I feel like the first one was scary, but like to say it fell off is.
And if you don't cooperate, sir, I will crash this plane down. Grinning, squinting face.
You just gotta tell our passengers.
We're getting close to the waypoint now. The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a GPS waypoint, but this is normal. Keep flying straight ahead on heading 170 for a couple of miles.
Yeah, it's a couple of miles. All right, no problem. Just keep on at it. I can do that. Yes, sir. Keep on keeping on. For a couple of miles. Yeah. There's a fucking crap.
Wow, great job. When you have to catch up with your flight plan, you can see that it is very similar to the VOR navigation system, but it also allows for more complex and custom routes.
And I'm working on GPS. I'm pretty good at it. Like, boom, fly through the boxes. Fly through the boxes. Great at it. Right.
Decker, do you think the House of 1,000 Corpses is a ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that just takes away the chainsaw?
I feel like House of 1,000 Corpses is just, like, it's clearly amateur, but it also clearly comes from a place of absolute love for the genre. So you can't be too mad at it. Like, there's a lot of problems in terms of, is this a well put together story? But is this a fun movie? Undeniably. Oh. But yeah. Ills and Iffer bring us back to, oh my god, there's a landing. Blind landing, and then full-on test of the Iffers. Oh. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna have to be another time. But after that, move on to helicopters, bush pilot tests. We get out of our Cessna and start actually flying other things. A glider, a fucking FA-18E for some fucking reason, and airliners. That might actually be kind of useful for us. Low altitude flying. Oh god, this is gonna be something, isn't it? But yeah. Low landing challenges. There. Okay, these are locked. Do I have to buy them or do I have to unlock them? Discovery shows nothing. What's that all about? Okay, this is just the Discovery flight. These are fun. If I remember right, these are just... It throws you in a plane flying around these areas, and you just fly around and enjoy virtual sightseeing. It's a fun little thing. You got beautiful, beautiful locations.
Do they have extra stuff to fly like the Bat Jet?
The Batjet, I don't think so, but they did. I remember Flight Sim 2020 did eventually add a Dune expansion. There was so much stuff in Flight Sim 2020. Not so certain about 2024.
Well, when the first Texas Massacre movie was made out, the actor/actress was playing in a putrid air because of all the animals' carcass in the house. So only because of this achievement it must going like Halloween statues. That must be hard.
Yeah, world updates, those are nice. They just like, hey guys, you know, this location
I'm watching your video
looked
at
great.
work.
We made it look better, and you can download that for free. Yeah. This has been a bit of the old Flight Sim 2024. It is actually more functional now. And I am happy about that, though I still have not actually started my career.
Decker's Shado. I find the older version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre more frightening than the remake. Do you feel this way about that and other remakes?
I have to see the original, honestly. That's the sad thing. I've seen the remake. I haven't seen the original. That's sad. It's much sadness. But, yeah. If we start the career, we can actually start off Air Betsy. See how that goes. Another little simulation where we're just doing air
Flight to
jobs
Australia.
and making money. Australia is fun. Pre-flight, you got the entire planet to work on, like 1-to-1. This is the Earth. You can fly anywhere. Flight Sim 2020, I actually did fly around North Korea just to test it. It was kind of depressing, honestly. But yeah, they got all the airports. They got, like, not everything really works still, but yeah. You wanna fly in Hawaii?
At Decker's Shado, then you must see the original.
I mean,
At least for the sake of the efforts they made for the movie.
The thing is, it's like, not only is Flight Sim 2024 like Flight Sim 2020, the entire world. This is all real-time data for the weather. It's real-time to the world. Like you see right now, the East Coast gotten dark because it's like 11 p.m. over there. It's already getting dark over here because it has. Still a little light over in California, but it's already 8 p.m. down there. But, you know, Hawaii is still lit. Got over here in Russia, it's, you know, it's daytime. It's the morning. It's sun's starting to get up around the Middle East and around Scandinavia. Like Finland over here. You fly out of Vanta and you see the rising sun. And all the cloud data, that's all weather data, it's all real time, it's all real data. Like, if there's a hurricane going on in the Gulf, you can hop in a plane and fly into it. Like, it's real data. That's a cool thing. That was, you know, a thing in Flight Sim 2020. It's good it's still here in 2024. But, yeah. That's one reason why when I did the in-flight movies, usually, like, I would fly around Japan because I'm generally going in the evening, and I wanted to fly during the day.
Body count rises.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. But yeah, it's hard to see the map when there's so many damn clouds. Oh, yeah, we got the Tokyo International Airport over here.
Ghost and RPG. Thanks for following.
So yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I like that in 2020, and I'm glad 2024 is at least working enough now that I was able to do something in it. So, yeah, it's good. I have a game now. A game that I was waiting with bated breath for 2024, and the fact that it was so goddamn broken at launch was really depressing. And now I'm like, hey, it's working. I'm pretty sure it was working a lot sooner than now, but still, this is when I came back to it. Like, I told myself I'd wait a few months and come back to it. It's been a few months. I'm coming back to it. I'm still having problems. You saw the crash. But, oh god, yeah. All those airports.
At Decker's Shado, better late
Not
than
nearly
never.
as much up here. Got a lot going on in South Korea over here. but not nearly as much up here in the north. There's a whole lot of land, not that much going on with it outside of the very specific cities. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I've been Shado, and remember, it's handy to have a little VR controller for doing any little things in VR, even if you have another controller. Also, it's handy to have another controller with the other controller, in case you need more controllering with your controller. Just, you need to control everything. There's a lot of damn buttons in this plane. Okay.
Good night, everyone. Damn. Night, Decker.
Oh.
Decker, one horror movie reviewer, says movies aren't as scary anymore because of cell phones and people's access to them. Night, night, all. Thanks, Decker, for the stream.
I feel like the people's access to cell phones that can spoil a lot of plot lines in horror movies. Like, there's plenty of horror movies like just take out your cell phone and it doesn't work anymore. But proper horror will work with that. There are still plenty of things to build dread and fear, even in a world where cell phones exist. So, let's see. Do we have any wonderful Raidens to be had? Okay. Big Black Daddy playing a little happy Overwatch 2. He's rolling around as his lovely little hamster ball looking to kill things. Nothing wrong with that. So, see you all on the hamster ball roll crush murder side.